first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, we appreciate you joining us. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We do this every weekday starting at 1 o'clock. We go throughout the afternoon. We cover a wide range of topics, whether that's breaking news, catching you up on big news stories that we're covering, having reporters on, or talking about events and things that you can attend. All that's included and more. Today, we're talking about, a little bit more of the louder there. We're talking about the Portland Art Museum and the Tomorrow Theater and the Portland Art Museum's Center for an Untold Tomorrow festival that's coming up called Plus Plus. I've got the flyer right here. We'll get you more than just the flyer, though. We're going to talk all about it because joining us right now from the Art Museum, we have Amy and Joanna there right there with us, popping up on our screen. And hello to both of you. Thanks for joining us here today to talk about this. You know, the Tomorrow Theater, for people who don't know, located there in Southeast Portland. Really unique space that you have there. And I think maybe if one of you wouldn't mind, just explaining that to everybody, what the Tomorrow Theater is and really what you've been doing there so successfully here over this last period that's been open.
Well, Greg, you're getting us in our toddler years. We just celebrated our second anniversary. We opened November 1st in 2023, and since then have done about 250 one-night-only unique performances each year. And the idea behind the space is it's a home for cultural snackers. It's a little bit of everything from local to national to international folks that are unbound and kind of defying what's possible. So one night you might have the local Stomp and Step team from McDaniels High School opening a film, and the next you have David Byrne, or coming up very soon we have Robbie Hoffman, the lovely Robbie Hoffman, coming to us this month, and in fact have Guillermo del Toro coming through our doors next Tuesday. So you never know what you're going to get when you come through the doors of the Tomorrow.
I mean, right there, that's a good expansion of that. Yeah, whether it's the team from McDaniel or Guillermo del Toro. That's a wide range that can fall in between both of those things. So, certainly just an interesting use case of art and interactive experiences. And that seems to be really one of the things that you all have done well. And so, talking about that, interactive experiences, we have, I'll stop pulling up the flyer. I can actually just talk about it, but it's a nice flyer. But this Plus Plus Festival that's coming up, can you tell us about that and what really the idea behind it is?
I'll go quickly and then I'll hand the torch over to Joanna, who's our head of programming. But the idea came about as an extension of the good work that PAM Cut does. And PAM Cut really focuses on what's to come, right? What tomorrow brings, and really expanding that idea of what art and storytelling and technology can be. And so we are focusing this year on new media and really thinking about the ideas that are of the moment. We love to have people come through that maybe film isn't their first thing or new media isn't their first thing. So we combined at least 2 art forms every night at this festival, which includes everything from book lovers to people who love to knit, to film geeks like us, to comedy lovers, and oh so much more. And Joanna can tell you a little bit, but she's also doing our first smell-o-vision.
Okay, that right there. All of these things, but Joanna, I have to ask, what is smell-o-vision?
So we are so excited. Like you said, almost all of our events for the festival are extremely interactive. We have new media pieces. We have book readings. But one of the things I'm super excited about is our Smell-o-vision. We're screening Color of Pomegranates, which is an absolutely beautiful film. And there's actually a perfumer in Berlin who designed a scent, not just for the film, but for 2 specific scenes within the film. And so you're going to get a little piece of that scent to be able to bring it out and smell it during those scenes and really have the film just totally come alive. And so we're really excited about that. We have screenings of things like The Fifth Element, which we're doing our BYO Crafter Noon, where folks bring all of their knitting and crocheting, and we have the lights on medium, and you can kind of knit along with the film, which has been super, super fun and really engaging with our partners, Ritual Dyes. We have Memoria, which is a film that was designed specifically only to be screened in theaters, and we're doing an beautiful audiovisual soundscape with Ilvis Bunny in advance of that. And so it's super diverse. There's lots of programming. There's something for everyone really on Earth. And we're really excited to, bring these things together. As you can see, almost everything is paired with an artist, an installation, a musician, a comedian. And so there's just going to be lots of activity throughout the whole 2 weeks.
Wow, bringing that all together, and now I just have multipass stuck in my head after hearing about Fifth Element. But so I mean, but having all of those things combine, and whether that's as you mentioned, something like knitting or some cutting edge technology, and like the smell-o-vision, and then also there's another one. I believe called Ancient, and I could have that name incorrect. Maybe you can correct me on that. But combining some of this cutting edge technology with ways to experience art and interactivity. Could you tell us about that one?
Sure. You're so close. It's Ancestors.
Ancestors. I don't know why I had Ancient in my head. Ancestors.
So Ancestors is, to put it bluntly, the sensation of Europe. And so we are so excited to get them for their West Coast premiere. And this is a project that Smartphone Orchestra from the Netherlands is doing. And they are coming to Portland to help us not only imagine the future, but also individually kind of work with everybody to think about their ancestors. So what happens really, I don't want to give away the surprise, but basically you find a stranger and you begin to connect and talk, and then whoops, we made a baby. And that baby, oh, look at that, it's timed up so beautiful. Then of course finds another person to love, and another, and we soon go 6 generations into the future. But it's an incredibly profound and funny and strange experience where you're really connecting with strangers, but by the end of the time you realize that we are all one group and we are all one community. And if we just spent the time talking to one another and getting excited about what the future can bring, magical things can happen.
Interesting. I mean, that's such a combination of so many different things all at once, but using that technology to have that, but then also, interacting with strangers and that experience. I mean, for you all, when you have these different events going on, what are the kinds of things that you want people to walk away from with, when they go to one of these experiences at the Tomorrow Theater for Plus Plus, what should they walk away with?
Rock, paper, scissors. Mine is awe. I think that we are a space for awe. And I think if people walk away, and whether that awe is awesome or whether that awe is really like in their heart and thinking about things on a deeper level, that's what's kind of unique about our space. When you're in a space of cultural snackery, you're not just one thing, you contain multitudes. And so we also get really excited as staff seeing people get engaged. And I think that the funniest thing about our space is most people come into spaces like that and sit down and are quiet. And certainly we have days like that, but we can't get people to sit down and stop talking. So I think that is the joy for us, is that finding community and that awe. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think, this day and age, you can stream almost any movie under the sun. But when you come to the Tomorrow, we really want you to be in community. We want you to see something new. We want you to be surprised. We want to find those ways to get people, like you saw in that video, up out of their seats, talking to each other, engaging in something that they wouldn't be able to experience alone at their houses. And so that's really what the festival and I think the theater is all about.
And how important do you think it is to have something like the Tomorrow Theater, the Portland Art Museum is putting on there for the community to go and engage, to have some place where people can go and see things like this that you're not ordinarily going to see these kinds of combinations of media or whatever is going on. How important is it to have something like that?
I mean, I think at this moment right now, we're better together and we all are such unique, wonderful humans. But I think what we found with the theater is on any given night with those two art forms colliding, you could have, hair metal fans and film lovers. You could have people that love to knit and people that love sci-fi. It's really lovely to see crowds that maybe on paper don't look like they should pair up, and then they come together, and it's nothing short of magic.
Right, getting to experience that all together at the same time, and seeing what somebody else is super into, at the same time as you're doing that. Anything else that you think is really important for people to know? Because I do want to give them all the dates and that, but anything else important to know just about this festival?
You want to go first and I'll go second?
It was a great time. If you have never come to the theater, to come check us out, see what we're all about. It's happening, the festival, simultaneously with the reopening of the Portland Art Museum. And so we're really excited to be offering like a southeast side location to the museum and invite crowds who've, obviously we want you to come back if you've been, but if you've never been, please come join us and see what we're all about.
And we also have the opening of our museum, as you just said. But one of the things is, for the first time, we have a new media gallery that will be year-round and really dedicated to this kind of work. And we're opening that simultaneously on November 20th with world-renowned artist Marco Brambola. And Marco's work previously has been seen at the Sphere. He was the one that did a lot of the beautiful art for U2 when they were in residency there. And then he is bringing both his Heaven's Gate piece, which is going to be incredible, into the gallery space, but also a site-specific work that he made that is just for us, just for the opening of the brand new Portland Art Museum and PAM Cut.
Wow, amazing. Well, for everybody who wants to go find out more information and get tickets, what's the best way for them to do so?
Tomorrowtheater.org.
That's easy. Tomorrowtheater.org, right there. Well, both of you, thank you so much, Amy and Joanna, for joining us here today to talk about this and to go through all this work. And I can only imagine how much work it takes for you all behind the scenes to put all this together. So now it's going to be out there for everybody else to enjoy all the work that you did. So thanks so much. And thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now.
Thank you.
And for everybody watching, we are live streaming. We have plenty more coming up here throughout the afternoon, so we're going to take a quick break. If you're watching on our apps or the website, we'll take a break. We'll be back here in just a little bit. And if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see that video end. But thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this. We appreciate it. Don't forget to download this Fox 12 Oregon app. It's a great way to follow along with everything that we're doing here. And I want to remind you that tomorrow, Wednesday, depending on when you're watching this, Wednesday is our day of giving. So we're going to be having all kinds of special things there to help out the Oregon Food Bank. So we'll be covering that a lot tomorrow, too. Just wanted to put that out there to make sure that you're aware of it.